Goodness me, we are knee deep here. As we try and hold this line against all odds here, look at that. I mean, they've done a wonderful job, they really have. We've got to establish a brand new line here. Hopefully we get some more reinforcements coming in now. The places is going on there. Greetings and welcome to episode 124 of my Empire Total War Darth Mod USA campaign, and this, my friends, how we left it last time, and it was a terrific fight, my friends. The battle for the Dawn was in full effect, and we effectively destroyed at least 2 German army groups that had attacked and besieged Cherkassk, moving in to try and wrestle the city from us. And trying to wrestle the city from us because it would then give them access directly here into Russian territory, allowing them to spill all of their forces here that were in sort of the Don and the Cherkassk region outwards towards the east there, and probably putting Warsaw at great peril if we hadn't held here. The bravery of the forces defending here, these US forces here, has been absolutely exemplary. It really has. We've had some wonderful advice from the Council, as always. Now that advice pertains to 2 things, but they are both connected. So we'll discuss that once we've had this battle. I think it's important that we have this battle here, to sort of, because these 2 armies here, these 2 armies that we see here, represent the last 2 complete armies the Germans have at their disposal on the Don. Now, of course, we have ourselves taken a real beating here. Let's not be under any illusions. Let's not put rose-tinted glasses on saying that, you know, somehow we've come out of this with no casualties. We have suffered casualties, but remember this: the Germans suffered double the amount of casualties. We lost 6,000 men, they lost 12,000 men. Now, you don't replace those men quickly, but also we have to be mindful of what our own losses were. We don't have any way of reinforcing the Don at all, not yet at least, but again, that connects on later on. We're going to take this fight. As you can see, we do thankfully still have a full capacity force here in Cherkassk itself. This force here, you can see with the flag high at full strength here. This is a full strength army. Now we're going to be attacked here by, I would say, a sort of mid-range army here. They've got plenty of militia, they've got cannon here, but these cannon here are going to give us a real problem here. They've got a lot of cavalry, as all German forces seem to have, and the Council have noticed this as well. The Germans seem to have a lot of cavalry within their ranks. They're a very cavalry-heavy nation, they really are. But we have effectively dealt with the cavalry in the past. That includes dragoons, which they seem to have plenty of here. Lots of militia. The militia can stand and fight because the sheer quantity of militia available is quite frightening. But again, we do have plenty of fire support here. This one, of course, does need some adjusting, does need some retrofitting within the field, but unfortunately we don't have the capacity to do that just now. But as you can see, I mean, look at this army here. This army of General Blue Blocks took an absolute pounding here. 19 men left here, 19 men, 17 here, but they took a real beating. This army is actually going to be put to the back here. We don't want this army to come into the fight because we want it to rest and sort of recuperate. I mean, look at this army here. I mean, even the general was lost here, but look at the losses we took. Absolutely huge losses. But these armies here, thankfully, particularly this army here, which doesn't have a general at the moment, so again, open to the council, thankfully did come out of this not too bad. It did lose, as you can see, to take quite a beating, it down to 18 men, so effectively 5 regiments are out of commission. We do also have this army here, which I'd say is probably the second best army we have in terms of the number of units we have left, but also in terms of its experience and veterancy as well. So we're going to use this army to come in behind the rest. We'll send in these cavalry. The cavalry units have taken an absolute pasting here. So what we are going to do is we're just going to move. I mean, look at that, even the long rifles took a real thrashing there. What we'll do is we'll just move these into position, and we'll move these down to here, and let's get all of these gentlemen ready to move in here, because we will need to be reinforced. That is without a doubt. Looking a little bit ragged around the edges as we sort of move down the line here of the units, but again, the fighting was brutal. It really was brutal fighting. I think we'll then have the guns coming in here. I have some howitzers, I think, in here, followed by these guns, followed by these gentlemen here. I think we'll have the cavalry then, thus. I think that should do us here. So hopefully we won't need this army here, but if it does have to come in, it's going to be quite a fight. We'll actually put, just in case, I think we'll just, if you're going to do something, my friends, let's always do it properly. There's no point in doing things half-hearted. It doesn't get you anywhere at all. 62 men. We'll try and put them in a decent order here, so they come in at least with what we need here. I think that should be pretty good. We should be able to defeat these. We've got roughly about nearly 6,000 men. Well, it is nigh on 6,000 men here against, well, just over 12 here. So just short of 12,000. So it's we've obviously outnumbered them, but we want to try and we want to really thrash them. Now, I remember the council saying use your cavalry to run down the stragglers, which we shall try and do this. So you can see we quite clearly outnumbered, outgunned them here. But let's take this fight, my friends. Let's take the fight here. The second battle of the dawn here. We have to really push the Germans back here to allow ourselves time not only to replenish, but also to potentially bring reinforcements in. Now, of course, we will talk about that later. The council has actually talked, and there's been 2 generals in particular that have come up with virtually the same plan, the same strategy of how we can draw forces away from the main army groups in Europe and send them to the Don, but also keep our lines intact in Europe as well, which is crucial. It really is. Right, let's see the topography here. Let's see the layout here. We must keep our minds focused on the here and now at least. Oh, a fort, sir. You could not ask for better. A fort. This is beautiful. Not with full defences here, but still enough that we should at least be able to defend ourselves with vigour. What the place is the artillery doing out here? Look at this. It's an absolute shambles, sir. Are they hidden? They are indeed. But these are not. Now they are. Good grief, look at the guns we've got here. That is staggering. So with that in mind, I think we'll do this. We can only hope. Gentlemen, please, thank you. We'll keep the howitzers. Gentlemen, thank you. Now, all have quicklime, which is an absolute brute. It really is. Our deployment zone, as you can imagine, but where is the deployment zone here? Here it is. So the Germans have a massive deployment zone here. Look at this. Absolutely huge. Oh, look at that hill. If you were defending this hill, what a joy it would be. I mean, that is nigh on the most perfect defensive position you could possibly hope for. Look at that. If you could have a fort on top of a hill like that, it would just be impenetrable. It really, really would. Now we've got a good cover of fire, good covering fire here. Now let's set our troops up to where they need to be. Very, very sort of almost claustrophobic here. There's the insides here, the squares here. Let's get our men on the parade ground. Let's get them in some kind of order here. One thing I won't have is sort of a shambolic mess here. Let's look like that. Look like. Good grief, man. Oh, wonder, sir. We really, oh look at this, we've got some wonderful units here, some wonderful regiments. Got plenty of fire support. I think with this we can probably see ourselves well here in terms of defence. We've got more than enough, and in fact the size of the fort is actually in our favour. It means we can cover the majority of the walls here with the troops we need here, but also plenty of fire support. We might even keep our cavalry out. We'll keep our General Schwalbe inside, but the cavalry I think we'll keep on the outside here. There's no point in tucking them away. They can actually stay here hidden. We might even be able to catch some of them on the hop here, some of the enemy. Look at that. We'll adjust those momentarily. Now, let's get ourselves ready here. I think we'll have this regiment here right in the vanguard of the defence here. We are going to take casualties in terms of probably the walls being targeted. That goes without saying. This regiment I think we'll have here. We are going to protect ourselves against any potential, but as you can see, because most of the are faced this way, they're going to come in from this area, this angle here, sort of half moon size, this sort of area here is where they're going to come in from. So we've got to be very, very ready here, very cautious here what we do in terms of ours. Look at that. We've got plenty here we can deal with. They're probably going to come down this side here and try and assault the walls. They've also got reserves, remember, but so have we. So have we. Let's put this regiment in here. We've got a 44th. It's very unusual for us to see a numbered regiment. We've got so many regiments. The numbers actually ran out a very long time ago. I think we'll start moving to at least 2 regiments on this flank as well here. Let's put these. Let's make sure we're absolutely covered. We can of course switch regiments from side to side if needs be. We'll actually put these regiments here on these walls, since they're already in position per se. I mean, look at that. And we'll definitely have something down this flank and here. We might even be able to push and keep some reserves here, which would be a wonder. And this regiment here will actually take, gentlemen. Thank you. So that's a good cover. We've also managed to pull 2 regiments in to reserve here, which is fantastic to see. It really is. We don't want to put them in the house here because they'll be targeted. But we'd like to keep them inside here just. Gentlemen, please. We don't want you up the stairs, thank you. The General Schwalbe here, which we shall put here out of harm's way as well, but the chances are they're going to be firing upon us pretty quickly. Now, our cavalry is hidden here. We're going to wait. We're going to try and attack some of the flanks here. But this is perfect here for this. It really, look at that. Absolutely wondrous, hidden here out of the way, ready to strike. The shrubbery, the long grass here, wonderful. Let's begin the fight. Let's begin the fight. Let's see if they can take this forward. But if they do, by damn, it'll cost them dear, sir. Oh, look at that. That's what I like to see. Instantly on the guns. Well done, gentlemen. Well done. Oh, that's more like it. Keep firing, lads. here. Oh, look at that. Absolutely annihilated with it. Look at that, some targeted firing here. As the council has also called us to start targeting some of these. Oh, look at this, we're just absolutely peppering the hill here. Stay locked, stay steady lads, stay steady now. The wall's almost 11% already here on this wall. We might have to evacuate this wall quite quickly. Stay focused lads. Yeah, we're gonna hit this pretty hard here. Oh, look at that, that's a real shot there. That's why I keep peppering them lads. Wonder. Completely broken. Oh, look at this. Are they going to be crashing into this demarcation line? It's all the way up here. We could probably outflank them here, which I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to get right around them here. That's a wonder, so look at that. Die, lads. Double time. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. Now what? Wait a minute. Is that enough defence here? I think it should be. We're going to just move this regiment down and have this regiment overlapping. Shattered, my goodness me. Don't you break, lads. Broken. Let's get them out, let's get them out. Let's get them motivated out there, lads. That's more like it. Bits to you, sir. Broken again. This fire support has been a wonder. They've gone. I mean, that is brutal. Now we've got to defend the walls. These walls are going to go down. Don't just dawdle, sir. What a fight. Yes, get out of here. Oh, that's more like it. We've drawn them into the defences. Look at how we've drawn them into the defences. They've gone. Down, let's run them down. We're just absolutely peppering all of these here. They don't stand a chance, sir. We got them while they're reloading. fire support here has been exemplary. Unfortunately, a lot can be said. Not can be said for my cavalry management. They're broken. Let's finish them off. Here they want to fight, sir, and we shall oblige. What the places are you two doing? Goodness, we've been an absolute slaughter here. An absolute slaughter. This fire support has been exemplary. We've lost men, that cannot be denied, but by damn it, they've suffered heavy here. Gentlemen, I shall not ask again. I have absolutely not a clue what you are doing, but thank you. Oh, this has been... Oh, what a shot, sir. Stand ready, the Germans, stand ready.
Line infantry.
We're just going to show them what happens when they come for us. She'll bring them on the defences again, I think. Looks like they want to follow us. Already shaken. There's any noise in the background, my friends? That is demanding attention. Hopefully we shall bring them on to the defences here. That shall be... That shall be us. Oh, look at that. Ah, they wish to fight, sir. And fight you shall have. There's a butcher's yard here, sir. excuse any noise in the background, my friends. You can probably guess whom that might be. Those of you who maybe haven't heard this noise in the background before, that is actually my dog, who as soon as I start recording, demands attention. Let's get them out. Quick charge there, just to disorientate them. Yeah, have at you, sir, have at you. Gentlemen, for goodness sake, get yourselves in some kind of coherent order here. There's a shambles here. I don't like that too, sir. Particular casualties here, did not see that there. Oh, look at that. Finally got them. Finally got them. They're broken. Oh, look at that. They just about reached there. Go diamond formation for that impact. There it is.
Line infantry.
Oh, look at them. They're running. Spare no one, sir. It's finally cleared. Now we can move out against them. That's exactly what we're going to do. Let's get out there, lads. Get out to there. Move it, lads. Those curs. What a shot. Time to finish them off. Once and for all. Move, lads. Move. Got time for laziness. Time. Oh, look at that. Into them, lads. They fought bravely, but not bravely enough. Yes, we've got them. We got him. They got him. Yes. Close victory, but by damn, what a fight that was. We taught them a lesson there, sir. We only lost 894. They lost 4,000. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We sent them packing, sir. They've got nothing left. Nothing left in the tank there. Naples, Mughal Empire. Ottomans who've been sort of loitering around. And they're gonna raid us pretty hard here.
Sail for the horizon.
That's okay, but do they have the gall to come after us here? The gumption. Don't do it. Don't do it, Russia. Don't do it. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Spain. Don't do it, Spain. Looks like they're pulling out here. Looks like Spain are pulling away here. This is an unusual. They did have some. They haven't moved that many away from the front lines here, which is Venice. This could be tricky here for us. Why are they moving out towards to the front line? The Mamluks, they're doing the Ottomans' work for them in reality. I wonder. Norway, who have been allies of ours, and staunch allies, but have achieved, dare I say, not much. What a fight that was. Let us look now on the map here. Now, as you can see, we've we've managed to hold open the Don here. We got 53,213, 51,000 here. Our trade income is vast here, but look at that. We've absolutely given them a pasting here, but they've still got a number of full armies here, specifically here as well. Lots of guns. Got to get ourselves back up and running here. We've got to replenish and repair all these gentlemen here.
Yes.
Even though many of these are taken. Let's get a general here.
Your humble servant.
Quite, actually, they've not come out of this too bad, considering
At the ready.
some of these armies will be back pretty quickly, to be honest with you, at full strength, which is heartening to see. And actually, we haven't lost that many regiments either. We've actually come out of this in relatively decent shape.
Your orders?
But the question remains, what do we do to reinforce the Don? We have to hold the Don here, as you can see. I mean, look at the forces we've thrown back, but they will be back. That is a guarantee. These German forces will definitely be back, without a shadow of a doubt. Now, we're at war with the Ottomans. They're sort of just surrounding us here, but we're going to have to move this army here, as you can see.
At the ready.
This army is going to be moved in to further deepen
Immediately. Waiting for
the defences we have here. So as you can see, we've got some wonderful defences here. And actually, we get Army Staff College. It'll give us these, but we don't have, for some strange reason, it doesn't give us any line infantry at all, which is perplexing at most. There has been a call for us actually to take Istanbul. Now that would be difficult with these number of armies here. We don't have the resources at the moment to dispatch the forces to do that. We've got to keep the Don closed, as it locked up, as best we can. We do control this, but look at Spain. Spain is starting to gather a huge amount of strength here, particularly around Paris. The front lines here, but we do have the forces here to. I mean, look at this here. We've got the Marine Corps here.
Swine.
Look at that.
Style.
The Marine Corps are. I think we can probably take Breslau here.
Settlement
Silesia.
under siege.
Look at that. I think we can take this. Yes, we do. We should demand surrender. It's going to be refused. I think we can simply take this.
We are
Oh, look at that. We lost 500. lost 1,201. But again, US Marines. It's just a joy to see the US Marine Corps. And we've now captured Silesia, but there's now is now. Look at that. Another region under US control. Bring this under repair. And let's get these armies as well up to full strength again. I think it's important that we do that. A lot of our money is going to be spent on. Oh, look at the Marines. We've lost 3 regiments of Marines here. Not what we planned for at all. We need to replenish some of these forces here.
At the ready. Sir.
Look at that Marine force. It really has been the spear, the tip of the spear here. Now, many of the councils saying we should use the port here, the Rijeka port here, to actually move through Vienna, move through Zagreb, land, put armies here, and then take them and transport them via the Adriatic, around the Mediterranean, and through the sort of the breach here, the port we hold here, the sort of the crossing here between Anatolia and Constantinople here, or Istanbul, and then reinforce through here, which I think is what we're probably going to do. But we need to move forces directly from here to immediately move into position here, because you can see we're holding back quite a swathe of German forces here and here. They're trying to wrap around here from us. Actually, what we could do is make a statement here and say we're not going to be moving from here. So the council has called us, particularly two generals, General Ernuk, General Senchi Bat, have called us to move forces from Vienna and Hungary, move through Zagreb, and use the ports here that we have in control here, or even down here. Mind you, that is Prussian control, that's German control. So these 2 ports here, and we can use ships and transport these armies through the Adriatic, through the Mediterranean, up through the Istanbul, the sort of the Black Sea pass, as it were, and into the Don here to reinforce here, to try and keep these forces at bay. So I think that is what we're probably going to do here. We also need to bring in. We need to keep this fleet here under lock and key. We've got this sealed off. We'll have to bring. I think we'll have to bring another fleet around here, because we want to keep the Austrians tied in here. We've also got them here, tied in here, but they've also got this fleet here, which they can't move out. So we're going to bring another fleet around, and we also need ships to transport them as well. So we're going to have to detach a naval force. Now, I think what we will do is we'll dispatch five ships from this transport fleet. And we need to now choose a naval battalion here. We've got these gentlemen here. I think we've got enough. We need to leave this force here guarding. I think we'll use this force here. I think we'll no, because that's going to cost us a fortune. So this force will be moving with it as a fleet to guard. That's why we're going to send them around here. I know we could probably create our own fleets here, but I'd rather send them around, since we do have control effectively of the seas here. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a wonderful. What are we raiding here? $56,000. That's more like it. We just readjusted our rating here. Capture Silesia. Let's go into morale. Now we've got plenty of units being put into production here in the New World. And this army here is almost complete. Two more guns, which these are going to be here. That army's now ready. Actually, we could probably transport this army straight to the Don. That would definitely be a help. And this army indeed here as well. So if we can get those. What we got here? Oh, look at that.
Yes, sir. Ready and awaiting order. By the left. March.
I think we might detach these two armies and send them straight to the Don. going to keep all these armies where they are in situ. We're not going to leave any of these forces or any of these regions undefended. I mean, look at this. Our trade fleet is just, our trade from the New World is just staggering. It really is. Absolutely staggering. We really have tied down here, and as you can see, look at our trade. Our trade with Italian states here is just massive, absolutely huge. And indeed, Britain has been a strong ally of ours. I think we're going to move these forces. We've got 3 ships here, so we can actually move these 2 armies here. Are actually going to be dispatched. We've got another force here, which we'll put in here. And I think what we'll do is we'll send this force here around into Europe. Let's just make sure we've got this absolutely spot on here.
At the ready.
These armies are going to be sent to the Don, immediately to the Don.
Your orders?
Aye, sir. Orders received and understood.
So that's going to be a real shock for them, because they're going from the sort of the safety of the homeland of the New World of home, and they're going to be sent to one of the most brutal front lines you can possibly imagine. It is going to be a real shock for them. A real shock for them.
Aye, sir. Aye, sir.
My goodness me, they're going to feel this, I tell you now, because they're going from, as I said, the comfort of the home and everything at their disposal, and then they're going into one of the most brutal front lines we have, and that's the Don, where effectively you're cut off from everything. Are they going to have a culture shock there? My goodness me, it's going to be a real eye-opener for them. But needs must. Right, I think there's nothing else we can move from the homeland here. I intend to keep all of these ports firmly guarded. I know that some of you might be saying, man, you don't need all these forces here, but actually we might even say, I think we'll send this force, this naval group, this battle group into Europe as well. That's really stepping up our resolve here in Europe. That is a mighty fleet going there to Europe, it really is. God, look at the income there, 79,000, good grief. Oh, look at that. Everything must be built here. We mustn't forget about these either. Oh, we can't do that at the moment. And the same here as well, so we mustn't forget about these either. We must have full road capacity, full infrastructure here. It will help us in the long run. What else have we got? That is excellent, but they really have surrounded us here, the Ottomans. But our next task is to reinforce here. So what we're going to do is we're going to send those 2 forces here. We will then, next episode, start moving these forces away here. And why haven't these been replenished yet? Oh, they are. They're in the process of. So we won't move these out until they're fully replenished. What we will then is, once these are replenished here, we will then move these forces here down to replace these here. My goodness me. Well, actually, what we should do is move against these as well, I think. These German forces here. And clear Saxony entirely of these German forces. I think that's what we'll do next episode. And these are being replenished as well, which is excellent to see. And we do have... Is that another battle group? Indeed it is. Well, I'll be... We're going to send these gentlemen here then.
Put to sea. Still shipshape.
Because this here really is our main trade route. We can't lose this at all. $57,000 there. We're just waiting for Spain to move against us, but whether they will or not. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, as always, my friends, please keep your comments coming down below. They've been absolutely fantastic. Your support has been absolutely wonderful. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Plenty more to come. But until next time, my friends, bye for now.